hope you all are safe and at home. Myself, Anand Saravde, and today we are going to learn English subject. And today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic. Before starting our topic, I welcome you all for today's online class and hope we will learn something new today. As we all know, we are at our homes from the month of March due to COVID-19 pandemic. We can say it is a public health crisis and COVID-19 has been spreading very fast, causing death, worry, inconvenience and great physical and economic suffering. Some other events are also there which are responsible for great physical and economical sufferings or damages. We may call them natural disasters. So what do you mean by natural disasters? Please watch this video carefully. You will come to know about some natural disasters. Just have a look. So I think after watching this video, you came to know about various natural disasters. But actually, what is meant by natural disaster? So, natural disaster is a major adverse event resulting from natural processes of earth. Example, flood, hurricanes, tornadoes, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, storms, etc. All these natural disasters cause great suffering to mainly human beings, not only human beings, to all living things, we can say. And today we are going to learn about one of the type of such a natural disaster, and it's about volcanic eruptions. And the name of that is Anak Krakatoa. So, Anak Krakatoa, these words may be totally new for many of us. So what is Anak Krakatoa? What actually it is? Why is it called so? Come, dear friends, let's try to get answers to all these questions through this topic. So, let's learn more about Anak Krakatova, and that is what our today's topic is. Topic number 2.4, Anak Krakatova. So, what this Anak Krakatova is? So, Anak Krakatova is an island in the Sunda Strait between Java and Sumatra in Indonesia. It is known for its volcano which erupts regularly. So, what this Anak Krakatova is? So, Anak Krakatova is an island in the Sunda Strait. Where it is located? It is located near Indonesia. So, what is Indonesia? You might have heard the name of this country. It is a name of a country, Indonesia. So, it is located near to Indonesia. And what's special about this Krakatoa? The speciality of this Krakatoa is it is known for its volcano, which erupts regularly. So, dear friends, Krakatoa is the name of an island. So, we can say that Krakatoa is the name of an island. So, why they have given a lesson or topic in our English subject about this island? So, what's special? Before learning why they have given this topic here, let's understand what is mean by an island. So, what is an island? An island is a piece of land surrounded by water. It may be a river, a lake, or the sea. So we can say an island is any area of land entirely surrounded by water. And here Krakatoa is an island which is in Sunda Strait between Java and Sumatra near Indonesia country. And this Krakatoa is famous for, or we can say well known for, its volcano. So what's special about the volcano which is on this Krakatoa island? Because in the world so many volcanoes are there, but what's so special about this volcano which is on Krakatoa? Its speciality is that the volcano which is on Krakatoa island erupts regularly. This erupt word might be new to you. So what is an eruption? What is an eruption? Eruption means sudden outburst or outbreak. Here we can take the meaning volcanic eruption means the lava, the word we will learn later on what is mean by lava, that suddenly comes out, suddenly outburst or suddenly outbreak. So that is an eruption. So what is mean by volcanic eruption or volcano? Let's learn here. A volcano is a crack or opening in the earth's crust. So, first sentence here you can see, we can say the definition of volcano. A volcano is a crack or opening in the earth's crust. So, what happened? There is a hot molten rock near the earth's center. So, as you know, we are living on the surface of the earth. So, what is at the center of the earth? There is a hot molten rock. Sometimes it rises to the surface of the earth through such a crack or opening, and that molten rock flows out. When this happen, when this happens means what happens? When this molten rock which is near the earth's center flows out and it comes onto the surface of the earth, that time we say that volcano has erupted. So I think what is volcano is clear to you. So one more time we'll repeat what is mean by volcano, because our this topic is totally dependent on volcano. So first we have to understand what is mean by volcano. So simple, volcano is a crack or opening, we can say, in the earth's crust. Here you can take meaning surface for the word crust. So when there is a crack or opening in the earth's crust, what happens? The molten rock near the earth's center flows out, it comes on the surface of the earth. That time we say that the volcano has erupted. Simple thing, the molten rock near the earth's center, when it flows out, when it comes on earth's crust, that time we say that the volcano has erupted. So I would like to mute here, you people, unmute here and ask you whether you got the meaning of volcano or not. Hello. You can unmute yourself and tell me whether you got the meaning of volcano. What is mean by volcano? If you got this meaning, then we can move further. So you got it or not? What is mean by volcano? You can unmute yourself and tell me what is mean by volcano. One more time I'm repeating. A volcano is a crack or opening in the earth's crust. You got the
The
meaning?
volcano is a open crust. In the volcano, the lava comes out in the volcano.
Very good attempt. Very good try. Almost correct answer. Very good, beta. Very good. So, he tried well. A volcano is a crack. Simple thing. It is a crack or opening. What happened with that crack or opening? The molten rock which is present at Earth's center, that molten rock comes out. That molten rock comes out onto the surface of the earth. Simple thing. Then we say that, yeah, it is volcano or volcano eruption has took place. So in detail we'll go for one video and you will get more idea. Yes, watch carefully this video. The center of the earth is shown there, how molten rock flows out, that is also given here. We can observe it. So just go through this video.
Oh, hello, friends. Oh, are you wondering what this is? Well, it's the molten lava that comes out from a volcano. Come, let me tell you what a volcano is. Zoom in! I'm sure you've seen mountains that open up and blurt out thick, molten, semi-solid like substance. Well, that's called a volcano. Let's learn more about it. A volcano is a vent or chimney that connects magma from within the Earth's crust to the Earth's surface. The liquid rock is called magma when it is under the Earth's surface, and lava after it comes out. So, how does a volcano erupt? The molten rock stored in the magma chamber rises through the crater pipe pockets. As it travels up the main vent, gases expand and water becomes steam, creating pressure. When the pressure can no longer be contained, the volcano erupts through the crater and secondary side vents. Common volcanic gases include water vapor, carbon dioxide, sulfur.
Yes, I think through this video you came to know how molten rocks which are present at the Earth's center comes out, or we can say bursts out, because they comes all of a sudden. Yes or no? One more thing, in this video you might have came to know about two words. You heard two words. First one was magma and second one was lava. So when molten rocks uh, are present at the center of the earth, that time we call these molten rocks as magma. When the magma comes out, it erupts, it flows out, it outbreaks, it outbursts, and it comes onto the surface of the earth. That time we call that magma as lava. Yes or no? So when it is present at the center of the earth, that time we call it as magma. And when that magma means what? The molten rocks which are present at the earth's center. So when this molten rock, or we call magma, comes out on the surface of the earth, that time we call that magma as lava. Yes or no? So, how this volcanic eruption takes place? A volcanic eruption happens on a tremendous scale. These dark clouds of smoke rise high from the opening and spread in the sky. Big, glowing, burning chunks of rock and red hot lava are thrown out of the crack in the earth. Very hot mud and ash are also thrown out. A great volcanic eruption can change the landforms in an area. So, what is mentioned here? A volcanic eruption happens on a tremendous scale. Thick, dark clouds of smoke rises high from the opening and spread in the sky. Big, glowing, burning chunks of rocks. So, how rocks are? Big, glowing. I'll show one video, and in that video, you can you can observe the thick, dark clouds of smoke, big, glowing, burning chunks of rocks, and red hot lava. How it is thrown out of the crack in the earth. Very hot mud and ash are also thrown out. A great volcanic eruption can change the landforms in an area. Means a volcanic eruption can change the shape of a mountain or build up the land around a volcano when lava flows out and hardens on the surface. So here you can see, observe this video carefully, and you can see in this video, you can observe thick dark clouds of smoke rises high from the opening where this volcanic eruption is taking place, and it is spreading in the sky, and big glowing burning rocks, red hot lava that is thrown out of the crack in the earth. So let's observe this video. See, hot mud and ash, now glowing chunks are coming out of the opening of the earth, and these are spreading in the sky. Actual volcanic eruption. This is a video of a real volcanic eruption and how it is taking place. So ash is also thrown out, big rocks are also thrown out, mud is also there, big glowing chunks are also there. So this is how volcano eruption takes place. Means not only molten rocks comes out, along with molten rocks some other things also comes out. Which are those things? So ash, mud, big glowing burning chunks of rocks, smoke, All these things comes out with the molten rock or lava. So next thing, now I think we got enough idea about volcano. What is mean by volcano? uh, what is coming out from the earth's center when volcanic eruption takes place. So next thing, we'll move further one step ahead. We will go and we'll study how many types of volcanoes are there. Not all volcanoes are same. There are some different types of volcanoes. Here mainly we are going to study three categories of volcanoes. First one is active volcano, second one is dormant volcanoes, and third one extinct volcanoes. So these are the three types of volcanoes. First one active volcano, second one dormant volcano, third one extinct volcanoes. So let's learn in detail about all these three volcanoes one by one. First one is active volcano. Let's see what active volcano is. Remember, we are learning more about volcanoes. We are learning about the types of volcanoes. So first is active volcanoes. So what do you mean by active volcanoes? What active volcanoes are? Simple thing, the volcano which erupts regularly. Erupts, I told you the meaning of erupt. Erupt means suddenly outbreak or outburst. The volcano which erupts regularly, we call them as active volcanoes. Means the volcanoes which erupts regularly. Regularly in the sense, what meaning you will take here? Regularly, regularly in the sense, not suppose now it is 8 p.m, it will not burst at 10 a.m, sorry, 8 a.m, 10 a.m, 12 a.m, 2 a.m. It is not like that. Regularly in the sense, period is not fixed, but it erupts. It may take one day to erupt again, it may take some months, it may take some years, but it erupts regularly. When a volcano is erupting regularly, after period of time, after period of interval, that time we call that volcano as active volcano. Okay, so second type is dormant volcanoes. So what do you mean by dormant volcanoes? Second type, dormant means temporarily inactive or in deep sleep. So we can say that these types of volcanoes means dormant types of volcanoes are in deep sleep, and these volcanoes are temporarily inactive. Now at present they are not active. We find information about the eruption of these volcanoes in history, but now they are quiet. That means the volcanoes which are temporarily inactive or in deep sleep, now they are not active, but they were active in history. Such volcanoes are called as dormant volcanoes. One more thing, we cannot surely tell about dormant volcanoes as they may erupt or they may not erupt. As active volcanoes are erupting regularly, means that is for sure that active volcanoes will erupt regularly, but it is not sure about dormant volcanoes. Dormant volcanoes may erupt or they may not erupt. Okay, next thing, extinct volcanoes. So what do you mean by extinct volcanoes? Remember students, here we are studying the types of volcanoes. We studied three types of volcanoes. First we studied about active volcano. We saw what active volcanoes are. Next we studied dormant volcanoes, second type, and now we are learning third type of volcano, extinct volcanoes. So what extinct volcanoes means? The word extinct itself tells us that these are no longer exist or active. Means long ago they used to erupt, but there is no record of it in history, and extinct volcanoes are unlikely to erupt again. Means nearly 100% we can say, or nearly 99% we can say, they will not erupt again. Now they are not active, now they are not, they do not exist. Such volcanoes are called as extinct volcanoes. So major difference between dormant volcanoes and extinct volcano is that dormant volcanoes may erupt after a period of time, but extinct volcanoes are unlikely to erupt again. Means they are not going to erupt again. That is the difference between these two volcanoes, dormant volcanoes and extinct volcanoes. So three types we studied. First we studied active volcanoes, second type we studied dormant volcanoes, third type we studied extinct volcanoes. Active volcanoes erupts regularly. Dormant volcanoes, they may erupt or they may not erupt. And extinct volcanoes, they are unlikely to erupt again. So that is the difference between active volcano, dormant volcano, and that is the difference between, or we can say that is the difference among active, dormant, and extinct volcanoes. So one more video we will see, and watch this video carefully because here examples are
There
given.
are mainly three types of volcanoes. First is active volcanoes. Volcanoes which constantly eject lava, gases, ashes, cinder, pumice, etc. are known as active volcanoes. There are about 600 active volcanoes in the world. Most of them are being in the Pacific Ocean around the Ring of Fire. This is a photograph of Mount Stromboli, which is a type of active volcano. Mount St. Helens of USA, Stromboli and Mount Etna of Mediterranean Sea, and Pinatubo of Philippines are some of the examples of active volcanoes. You can see this area with dark color. This area is known as Ring of Fire. Most of active volcanoes are present here. Next is dormant volcanoes. A volcano which, though not extinct, has not been known to erupt within the historic period is known as dormant volcano. This is a photograph of Kilimanjaro, which is a type of dormant volcano. Kilimanjaro of Tanzania, Fujiyama of Japan, and Mount Edgeisa of Canada are best examples of dormant volcanoes. Now the last one is extinct volcano. A volcano that functions in the distant geological past and the remains of which occur in an area where there is no longer any active volcanicity is known as extinct volcano. This is a photograph of Chimborazo, which is a type of extinct volcano. Chimborazo of Ecuador, Mount Kulal of Kenya are some of.
Okay, dear students, I think you observed the video carefully and you came to know about the three types of volcanoes. First one active, second dormant, and third one extinct. And in this video, some examples are also given. And I hope you heard those examples carefully because these examples will be useful to you afterwards when that I will tell you. Now, after studying what is volcano, the types of volcano, let's come to Krakatoa because our topic is Krakatoa. So, what about Krakatoa? Krakatoa is an active volcano. So, now you know the meaning of active volcano. So, is there anyone who is going to share with me the meaning of active volcano? Because we studied the meaning of active, dormant, and extinct volcano. So, I would like to hear the meaning of active volcano from somebody because are Anna Krakatova, the name of the topic or the topic, today's topic, Krakatova. Okay, that Krakatova is an
So,
active volcano. So somebody, okay, wait, yes,
so
yes, feel free to tell me
active
the,
volcano means the
hmm,
volcano who the volcano who regularly burst.
yes, very good. The volcano which erupts regularly, that volcano is called as active volcano. And today's our volcano, Krakatoa. Krakatoa is an active volcano. So you can say that it is erupting regularly. That is why we are calling it as an active volcano. Yes or no? So let's learn more about Krakatoa, which is an active volcano. Krakatoa is an active volcano. It has erupted many times, causing great disasters. The worst means something that is bad as it can be. The worst of the eruption took place in August 1883. Actually, it is been told that it started from 23rd of August 1883 and it lasted up to 3 days, means up to nearly 26th to 27th of August 1883. That was the worst eruption took place at Krakatoa. The volcano erupted with such a loud boom. Loud boom here you can take the meaning voice sound, with such a loud sound that it was heard more than 3,500 kilometers away in Australia. So here in map you can observe with a red color point Anna Krakatova, and here towards right side in the map you can say see Australia. So in Australia that loud voice, the voice of eruption could be heard, means nearly 3,500 kilometers away. And it is believed that that loudest sound that man has ever heard was of this Krakatoa. So how loud it would be? So let's hear the sound of Krakatoa with loud boom. So that was the sound of the Krakatoa. So it was the worst eruption. So how worst it was? Let's study. The worst eruption took place on 27th August 1883. The volcano erupted with such a loud boom that it was heard more than 3,005 kilometers away in Australia. It is believed to be the loudest sound that man has ever heard. The island, which was an volcanic mountain, collapsed on its the dust that was thrown up in the sky. It spread in the sky around the world and later settled in different parts of the world thousands of kilometers away. So you can imagine how worst the eruption could be, because the dust that was thrown up in the sky with that volcanic eruption, it spread in the sky around the world and later it settled in the different parts of the world thousands of kilometers away. Means not only there, not only near Java, Sumatra or Indonesia, but all over the world that dust spread and it settled thousands of kilometers away. The eruption caused giant waves Giant means very huge. Giant waves, or we can call giant waves as tsunamis. Tsunami in the sea near the island. About 165 villages and towns were destroyed. So how many villages and towns destroyed in 1883 eruption? 165 villages and towns due to this eruption. And the tsunami is created by the volcanic eruption. The eruption destroyed two-thirds of the island. That worst eruption was took place in August 1883. The Krakatoa collapsed beneath the surface of the earth, creating a huge underwater volcanic crater or hole. The hole was more than 6 kilometers wide. That was the first huge eruption known to man about Anak Krakatoa. Here you can see the ash or the mud which is thrown out in the sky with that eruption. Okay, so here you can see tsunamis. Because of that eruption, giant waves were created in the sea near the island. So due to those tsunamis created by volcanic eruption, nearly 165 villages and towns were destroyed. So after 1883, that was the worst eruption took place in 1883. Then in 1927, a plume of smoke rose out of the water on the crater. Here crater means hole. Then again in 1927 it happened. It was followed by another eruption. A few days later, a new island volcano broke water. So here in first picture you can see before 1883 how that Krakatoa island was. After 1883 that worst eruption took place. In second picture you can see, in second diagram you can see that two islands out of three were destroyed. So in after 1883 only one island remained. So after 1883 in 1927 means nearly after 44 years, here right side you can see small plume of smoke rose out of the water, and it was followed by another eruption. A few days later, a new island volcano broke. So how did it happen? When the underwater volcano threw up ash and rock, it was quickly taken away by seawater. But then the lava started flowing out of the crater faster. The volcanic material was not all taken away by the waves, and a new mountain began to grow. It kept growing and soon seen above the water. Thus, a new island grew from the old island of Krakatoa, and it was named as Anak Krakatoa, or we can say the child of Krakatoa. So here one more time observe this picture. In third picture you can see uh, to right side, see Anak Krakatoa is given. Initially at the beginning slowly plumes of smoke started coming out of the water. Generally what happens, generally when eruption takes place inside the water, the lava which is coming out, that lava is taken away by seawater. But here in 1927 it did not took place. What happened then? That lava came so fast that new island formation started there, and soon means after some days, new island was formed there, and the name of that island is given as Anak Krakatoa. Anak means here child. So child of that Krakatoa, because new island formation took place. That is why it is named as child of Krakatoa. So now I think you got the meaning of Anak Krakatoa. What is mean by Anak Krakatoa? So Anak Krakatoa means child of Krakatoa. Krakatoa was previously present there. Krakatoa was there, but new island formation took place due to volcanic eruption, and that island is named as Anak Krakatoa or child of Krakatoa. So the meaning of Anak Krakatoa, we can say child of Krakatoa, because due to volcanic eruption in 1927 another island formation took place, and new island formation, new island formed there, and the name of that new island is given as Anak Krakatoa, and that is what our today's topic is, Anak Krakatoa or child of Krakatoa. I think you got it. What is mean by Anak Krakatoa? It is a child of Krakatoa. So here we can see Anak Krakatoa, which started forming in 1927, still an active volcano, means eruption is regularly going on Anak Krakatoa. Eruption is regularly going on. Eruption have begun again since 1994. It lies quiet for a few days, and again there are eruption with more lava flowing out. The island is still growing bigger. Since 1950, the island has grown at an average rate of 5 inches per week. Here in these three pictures you can see how that island is growing. See, 1st July 2016, I think you can observe 1st July 2016, the height of Anak Krakatoa was this much, you can observe here, and on 22nd December 2018, the increased height we can observe here. Okay, and in first picture, see, a red line indicates growth since July 2016. Okay, so that is the growth in height. Why that growth is taking place? Because this volcano is growing continuously. This volcano is growing continuously. So what is the growth rate? Means at what speed that island is growing? Nearly. It is not fixed that it must grow 5 inches per week. It is at an average. So it is at an average 5 inches it is growing per week. So we can observe here in this picture the growth since July 2016. Yes or no? So now about another island of Krakatoa, that is Rakata, and Rakata island is still visible in the sea. It is little away from our new arrival. New arrival means new island which is formed in 1927, and Krakatoa, okay, which formed in 1927. So Rakata is visible, or it is nearby to Anak Krakatoa. So after Krakatoa's eruption in 1883, all the surrounding islands and coasts were covered with hot ash. No life remained. When a scientist visited in 1884, he found just one spider there. So that worst eruption which took place in 1883, the surrounding islands of Krakatoa Island were covered with hot ash, because through eruption that hot ash spread in the sky and it settled almost everywhere in the world. So no life remained in that hot ash. So in 1884, when scientists visited there, that scientist found only one spider there. So you can see spider picture here. So it was only present there. So what happened with other living things? Surely those living things must have died due to that hot ash, due to that worst volcanic eruption. Okay, so what happened after that worst eruption? The living world on Rakata was not lost and gone forever. The wind and sea brought seeds of plants to the island. Some seeds came with the birds who flew over the island. Plants and animals that live in the sea came to the coasts again. Small land animals like ants, termites, or even rats and lizards traveled to the island on plants floating in the sea. One edge of the island was soon teeming with plants and animals. Means we can say life finds a way. Life finds a way means that worst eruption which took place in 1883. Due to that worst eruption, so many living things, almost all living things, wiped away from that island. But soon, due to winds, due to birds and some animals which can flow, which can swim, those went there and again started life on that island. And now one corner, one edge of that island is full of, here teeming means full of plants and animals. So due to that 1883 worst eruption, life wiped out, all living things wiped out, died, but again living things find found a way and went there and started living. So it is like a laboratory where scientists can see how living things slowly develop in an area. So today scientists can observe this also in part of Anna Krakatova, which is a child of Krakatova, which does not get covered in volcanic ash. The western coast of Java was greatly affected by Krakatoa's eruption. A few human beings were left there, but the wild animals and plants in that area grew in number again. In fact, the wildlife grew naturally since there were no human beings to interfere with it. There was no one to cut the trees or kill the animals, so this region became rich in wildlife. So it is a lesson for humans because human beings are not present there. That is why wildlife, living things, plants, all these living things are growing naturally there. Why these wildlife growing naturally there? Because no human beings are there, no human beings are there to interfere with it. There is no one to cut the tree, there is no one to kill the animals. That is why wildlife is growing on that island. So that's what about Krakatoa. Now how in real that Krakatoa is, and a Krakatoa how it looks. Many people tried to make a video of it, and its latest eruption was in April 2020, means nearly 5 months ago. So how in real that eruption was, let's have a look. See, observe in real how Anak Krakatoa is regularly erupting. So this was a video of eruption of Anak Krakatoa. So how beautiful it was. So some difficult words which we came while studying this chapter. The first one was eruption. Eruption means sudden outburst. Second one was boom, that loud boom which took place in 1883, and loud boom is explosion. Next one crater, because out of that crater volcano is coming out, or we can say out of that hole the lava is coming out. And teeming with means life is teeming with means life is full of. Here teeming with means full of. uh, on that island wildlife is teeming there means life is full of, or wildlife is full of. So these are some difficult words which we uh, faced while studying. Now recapitulation what we studied today. First one, meaning of the volcano we studied. A volcano means a volcano is a crack or opening in the earth's crust. That's what we studied. Next thing we studied types of volcano. Three types of volcano we studied. First one was active volcano, second was dormant volcano, and third was extinct volcano. Third thing we studied location of Anak Krakatau, how Anak Krakatau formed in 1927. Location, it is located on Krakatoa island itself, okay, near Indonesia. Next thing we studied formation of Anak Krakatau, how Anak Krakatau formed. Volcanic eruption took place in 1927 continuously with high flow of lava that Anak Krakatoa formed on Krakatoa Island. We studied. Then we studied about the worst eruption in 1883. That sound also we heard, and 165 villages and town were destroyed, etc. We studied about eruption in 1883. Next, we studied about 1927 eruption when Anak Krakatoa, or the child of Krakatoa, formed. And next we studied at last that life, how life started uh, on Krakatoa after eruption. Means regularly Anak Krakatoa is erupting as it is an active volcano, but still how life is finding way, how wildlife, how plants are transferring there, and how they are occupying that land, how they are growing there. That's what we studied. So uh, before asking some question, I would like to ask you whether you understood all these things, or is there any problem. If is there any problem, you may share your problems with me. I'll clear your doubt, whatever it may be. Okay, so please students, if you are having any problem regarding this, please ask me. Have you understood all these things? Have you understood all these things what I taught you, or is there any problem? First thing, you got the meaning of volcano.
No,
You
sir.
Yes, sir.
I will unmute them. You continue your teaching or clearing their doubts.
Yes, sir. 5 more minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, max to max 10 minutes.
No, I will do
Sir.
that. Muting or unmuting them. So you please go ahead with your teaching or clearing their doubts.
Okay, sir. So, students, you can unmute yourself and tell me, is there any problem? Have you got the meaning of volcano? Uh, did you get the types of volcanoes? How that worst eruption in 1883 took place? How Anak Krakatoa formed? Have actually eruption is looking like? All these things you understood?
Yeah.
If and if is there any problem, then you can unmute yourself and you can ask me. Yes, or shall I go for evaluation? Shall I ask few questions if you understood everything?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll go for questions. So still I'm asking, is there any problem, students? Have you got all the things? Okay, so we'll go for questions. First question: what is a volcano? So who is going to tell me
Sir,
what is a volcano?
sir,
हाँ, yes, beta.
homework क्या है?
Yes, I'll tell you first. Try to give answers to these questions. What is a volcano? Who is going to tell me what is a volcano? Shweta, you can try. What is a volcano?
Sir,
Huh?
volcano. In the volcano, the eruption has taken the the volcano have a hole, and in the hole there was lava was coming out. It's called it as volcano.
Very good attempt. Very good answer. Very fantastic. He tried to explain a volcano is a crack or opening in the Earth's crust. Okay. Very good. So next question, what are the types of volcanoes? We studied three types of volcanoes. So what are the three types of volcanoes? Yes, anybody? What are the three types of volcanoes we studied in detail?
Active volcano,
Yes,
sir. Dormant volcano,
yes,
extinct
yes.
volcano.
Very good. Fantastic. Active volcano, dormant volcano, and extinct volcano. Very good. Correct answer. Fantastic answer. Third one. What is mean by an active volcano? We studied Anak Krakatau is an active volcano. So what is mean by active volcano? So who is going to share?
The
What is
active volcano is the active volcano erupt regularly.
very good answer. Marvelous. Fantastic answer. Very good. Uh, the volcano which erupts regularly is called as an active volcano. Fantastic. Very good. Fourth question. What is mean by Anak Krakatau? We discussed what is mean by Anak Krakatau, and it is our name of the topic. So what is mean by Anak Krakatau? Can yes,
Anak
yes.
Krakatoa is a child of Krakatoa.
Very good answer. May I know your name, please?
Tanush.
Tanush.
Tanush Tiwari.
Very good. Fantastic answer, Tanush. Anak Krakatoa means the child of Krakatoa. Very good answer. Last question. Why wildlife is growing naturally on Java Island? So why wildlife is growing there? At last we discussed why wildlife is growing there. Is there anyone who can share why wildlife is growing there on that island?
Sir, I am telling.
Yes, first tell your name, beta.
My name is Pooja Jha.
Very good, Pooja. Yes, you can go ahead.
Big growing, burning chunks of rock and red hot lava are thrown out of the crack in the earth.
Good attempt, very good attempt, but I think you misunderstood the question. You tried it well, but the question is why wildlife is growing? Wildlife is growing there. Yes,
My name is Pankani. The
yes.
wildlife is growing naturally because there was no human beings, and human beings was killing and hurting the wildlife because and there was no life on the Java island, so
Island. Yes,
there was growing wildlife.
yes. I would like to hear your name one more time because you gave fantastic answer. Very well explained and correct answer you gave. Please, your name, beta.
Pankani Sevakomb.
Pankani, your answer was fantastic. Very up to date, perfect, correct answer you gave. Wildlife is growing on Java Island because there are no human beings to interfere with those wildlife, means animals, birds. There are no human beings to kill them. There are no human beings to cut the trees. That is why wildlife is growing naturally there. Fantastic answers. Very good, students. Now it's time to do some homework. So your homework is first question. You may write it down. First is, with the help of internet, you can take the help of internet. Find out three examples of each. Means you have to write three examples of active volcano name. I mean here name. Names of active volcanoes, dormant volcanoes, and extinct volcanoes. So three examples of active volcanoes, three examples of dormant volcanoes, and three examples of extinct volcanoes you have to write. You can take the help from internet. And second question, prepare a list of volcanoes in India. Here we studied about Anak Krakatau, which is located near Indonesia. So Indonesia is another country. So let's find something more about our country, where in our India volcanoes are located or we can find them. So this is your second homework. You can take again help from internet. You may write these questions. I will give you 2 minutes to write these questions and complete this homework with the help of internet. First question, you have to write three examples of each means you have to write three examples of active volcano, you have to write three examples of dormant volcanoes, and you have to write three examples of extinct volcanoes. And second is, prepare, you have to prepare a list of volcanoes in India. So you may take 2 minutes to write it down. Your time starts now. Okay, dear students, one more thing. Read Anak Krakatova chapter, read thoroughly, try to understand, try to recall what we studied, and even after reading you didn't get anything, in next lecture ask me what difficulties you faced, what problems you faced. We will try to solve those problems in next lecture, but wholeheartedly read that chapter, try to understand, try to recall what we studied today. And with this, I would like to conclude myself for today. Thank you. Thank you for attending. Thank you, all teachers. Thank you, all dear students. Thank you, my support team. Thank you all.